Oh, they don't never look the same as when they. MB live. You got it up? We live. We live. I ain't put it up yet. I ain't put it up yet. Mm. Yep. Got a couple people asked about the show. Yeah. Message me. Hey man, you going live today? Yeah. So how you find on him? Mm. Yeah, it is. So I just click on that right there. Oh, what's up? New York's in the house. I'm here, man. What's happening? What's happening? MB, what's good? What's good? What's up? What's up? Mobile Dog. Who else? Louis, Dominique Davis. 25 Knife always be on the house. uh, Landon Teasley, what's up, man? Glad it's the first one you can join. This is a question and answer session, about an hour. Just to recap the week, what's going on in cardio, what people have heard, what I've heard, things I'm doing, questions you might want to ask. Florida in the house, Vegas, all over the country, man. What's happening, man? Yeah, you finna sit down? What you doing? You trying to show them 50? You trying to show them the 15 on the slide, on the slick tip? See you got your kicker shirt on that Kemp gave you. Yeah, I got. No, that's my shirt. You wear that? I'd like to see you put it on. Yeah, no, I got my shirt. Oh, that's your shirt? That's small? No, you can wear it. No, stop being funny, man. Oh, okay. Stop being funny. You trying to get out the camera, man. Come sit your butt down here. No, I can't put the shirt on. You already said it ain't my size, man. Yeah, please, what's around there playing? Can I get the MB tag? I got one of your boxes with just a wood stamp. Yeah, man, send me your address. You already got the box. Send me your address and get down and send y'all the tag. Yeah, I recently got them tags. And now, woo, boy, y'all can see behind you. Let's see. 2 ground 08 box. 2 kicker L7s behind the third row in the Tahoe. One L kick Q class L7 box. L7 truck box. What's up? What's that over there? Aaliyah Martin, your shirt, your box is over on that side. I got a stain and clear coat that. Another truck box. And what's that over there? Oh, I think a Durango, 2 Q class 8s. It's hard to get them 8s now, ain't it? Well, I just sold them Q classes out. Hey, y'all, I'm be sure if y'all on the channel, man, y'all like the reason why I did the L7 8 free air demo, because I'm trying to show Steve and Kip the interest that's out there for 8s. The 8-inch market arena has grown. I'm going to do larger subs also on this channel too. Like I'm fit to do the demo test of the Q class Comp 10 in a box, or MDF box that I had threw together. South Texas. And what do I suggest running on V2 Audio Rage 12s? They're very efficient, so you don't need a lot of power. I mean, it's like the Rages, the Rampages that I have outside. They're very efficient. Pennsylvania in the house, so it all depends on how much power your electrical can handle. Uh, Remember, I told you all the output, the meaningful output that you're going to get is going to be an RMS, the RMS rating. And I know from talking to Jay Home that, and that's Jay Home, he's a designer for B2 Audio, and he's an owner, and he also designs and engineers his subs. He don't just piecemeal and put them together. He actually does some work with his subwoofers. That you're going to get all your linear X Max, you're gonna get that in that rating between, if he got a rate of 1200 and he gonna underrate a little bit, he's gonna rate a little bit as well. Everybody does that. So you're gonna get your power between about 1500 watts, all you need to put on them. Anything after that, what you need to put on that you can actually get to them. Don't forget about impedance drive, the power that you can actually get to the sub. So anywhere between 1250 to 1500 watts, and that's all you're gonna need. Any more, you just, I don't know, you just want to tell people you got so much power to them, but you're not gonna get any louder than you're gonna get in the gap, the RMS rating. It's a video that Dear Audio did, describing the technology in their subs, and they're one of their subs I'm definitely gonna get on my channel because of the efficiency. They're leaning toward the mindset that I have, that you don't necessarily need. I mean, throwing all this power tells me one of your subwoofers inefficient, and it's not necessary. I mean, you got subs out there 2500 watts, and I'm like, for what? You need all that to get, and you got these subwoofers that are significantly higher in RMS rating than we had in the 90s, and y'all screaming if you do a 160 like we wasn't doing 160s in the 90s. So, take that as the Alma Gates, that kicker vehicle, we're doing 160s back in the 90s, man. So late 90s or something like that. So what's the point? Thank you, baby. What's the point? Unless you're if you're competing now, that's a whole different story. But if you're on my channel, it's 212 in the trunk. 212 an amp in the trunk. That's pretty much, you're just trying to street beat. You're not trying to compete. And those who are on my channel that compete and into throwing 5,000, 6,000 mega builds, my question to you is, why are you even on my channel? My channel is not for you. There are channels out there that are for you, mega build setups. EXO, he with his Nissan van. It's a lot of big guys. What's the guy's name? Do that down for sound, Jonathan Price. See, that's what they challenge gear for. Over the top builds, big 415, 615s. The majority of my viewers, that's not what this challenge gear for. I'm going to stay in my lane. And hats off to you guys do that. I don't want to do that, so stay in my lane. Will you feel louder than the 2 in the bigger box? Actually, the 2 does the same score as the 4. The reason why is the 2 getting more power, and they actually see a bigger box. The box size didn't change when I had the 4 kicker. It's just it's a 3 cube net box. Now, when you put 2 subs in there, they see a little bit more than 3 cubes, 3.1 or something like that. But when you put the 4 in, they each see 0.75 or 0.76, somewhere around there. So they was on 1 amp. Don't forget now, they're still on the 1500 Fallgate 1500 BDCP, just one. So they had to split that power out the impedance rise. So they're splitting like 1300 watts. They're splitting about 4, and they did a 141. Well, the 2, they splitting the power of the Fallgate, the 1200 watts. So they getting 600 watts each, roughly, or a little bit more. But they see a bigger box. Same port area, they see a bigger box. So the output, and you'll see when I meter it, here shortly, the 2 kicker box is it on the screen. Yeah, this box right here does the same score that the 4 did, and that's why I built the box. Cause I build things to see what it'll do from experience. Like I told y'all, soon here, well, this weekend, because on the weekend I just finished the boxes I built for the week and get them out either on Saturday or Monday. But soon here, I'm going to take the 3 cube box out that I have. I have the B2 Rages in there now. I'm going to take that out, and most likely I'm going to put in this box right here. Hold on a second. Most likely I'm going to put in, and just to show you what I'm going to show you, how cone area is king. And by showing you how cone area is king, I'm using the size of the box to prove my point. Now, you see the 3 cube net box off to the side here. All right, this is half that size. This is a 1.5 net box. This is the box that is normally used, or the size of box is normally used with 8s. It's 0.75 shared by 2 8, so you get 1.5. As you can see, the port area is significantly smaller. Now I went arrows here because it's very hard to get the tuning and get that port area that I like to use, that I'm known for, that MBE sound, which is just overpowering loud bass, particularly around tuning. So I use the aerial ports here. But as you can see, this port is significantly small. These two ports together are 14 inches per cube, right? The, the port area you see on this joker here is 5.5 by 9. This is 16.84. So yeah, 16.84, almost 17 inches per cube for this, in this 3 cube box. So what I want y'all to see is that when I meter this, and I told you I'm not really into chasing the meter, I'm just going to give you some pointers. The bigger the cone, the bigger the sub, the bigger the box. The bigger the cone, the bigger the box. The bigger the cone, the bigger the sub, most likely the bigger the box. The bigger the box, the bigger the port area, the more output. At tuning, your port is going to be louder than your subs. So I'm not going to meter as loud as I did with the 3 cube box in this 1.5 box. I'm thinking maybe 136, yeah, somewhere around there, maybe 136, 135, and my frequency gonna go up too. Even though this box tuned to 33, the air is not enough air in here for, and this box is for the Cosmos. Yeah, the Cosmos going. There's not enough air in here to really get that low note. There's my vehicle resonant frequency meters at 31. So I'm thinking it's going to be 36 and somewhere around 35. If you also watch my video where I had the 4 kickers, the 4 kickers did 141 at 35 hertz off that 1500 watt amp. This box does a 141 at 31 hertz, even lower. Why? Because the subwoofer see more air, so the frequency, the subwoofer see more air inside the box, and because of that, my frequency dropped. Whereas if I put more speakers in, that same volume, same port area is still gonna stay the same per cube, but my frequency gonna go up because now each sub is seeing less air. Listen, there's a saying, man. I want y'all to keep this in your mind. It takes space to make bass. Period. It takes. Oh, y'all hear that? You hear that? Mm-hmm. I'm outside. Y'all hear that? How my bass, my voice got a little deeper. Yeah. That's that MBE sound, man. That's that MBE sound. It pulls. My box is just little. Give me the sound. Let me do something with it. Let me do something to him on its resonator. But anyway, it takes space to make bass. It takes space to make bass. This is something that Kicker ain't went away from. That's why they got a compact recommendation. But I tell you, in my opinion, if you can, use the biggest size box you can with kickers, because it takes space to make bass. All this, let's put all this power to subwoofers so we can make them operate in a small box. You're going to increase the heat. It's not like it's only 1.5. So the voice coil don't have time to cool off as quickly as it can in a larger box. But yeah, we can overcome the depth to the bass by throwing a boatload of power. And you're also going to heat that voice coil up because there's not enough air inside the box to cool it off. Remember, these transducers, there's technology as they moving to cool themselves off as they playing music. That my son pulling up? No, that ain't him, because his truck. Is that him? Is that the F1? Yeah, that's the F-150. Open that garage up over there and tell them that. Yeah, you can go right at that door right there and tell them. Yeah, it ain't going to be all that loud. You can tell, okay. So, I'm going to show the differences between a smaller box and a bigger box. I personally don't like to run the smaller boxes, but sometimes you want bass and you don't have that much room. So, the technology is there to get relatively deep bass and small enclosure, throwing a boatload of power to it. Okay, but that doesn't make the subwoofer efficient or efficient enclosures. A lot of my enclosures I build are efficient enclosures. They might be they got a lot of port area, or they might be a little bit oversized, possibly. Because remember, the guidelines that the manufacturers give you is a starting point. It's a starter point. I mean, my kickers, man, they tell you 0.6 to 1 cube. But if you call the technical service, they tell you you can put a kicker L7, you can put it in 1.75 per 8. Yeah, it's that powerful. Yeah. Don't let. I mean, I was watching a guy on a video the other day. He got a nice station, but he was breaking down one of the comp cues and uh, he ain't even got a subwoofer coming. If he around there, I know. I just keep it moving. I just keep it moving. I ain't gonna say that. Let's see. Okay, Atlanta George. What's up? What's up, Atlanta George in the building, homie? Yeah, I got a mic. It's right here. It's right here. I got a mic here. That's why you hear me. Why did I decide to go with 1 amp? Why did you go with 2 amps versus one RF 2500? Well, the reason why at the time, that amp draw on that 2500 is like 383, almost 400 amps. I'm trying to stay under. Remember, my goals are to stay relatively low power and have a 140 plus score. That's my goal at one point. Now I have stepped it up because I actually have. Baby, you bring me that right there? Can you bring that? I actually have. You might have to move that back. I actually have the app rack that I'm finna install. Yeah, I'm finna actually install this inside. Is that heavy to you? For real? Oh boy, my wife is girly girly. This thing is just super, super heavy, huh? I ain't working out at the gym. You ain't at the gym? I'm actually, let me see, watch out, watch out, watch out. I'm actually, I'm actually going to install probably this weekend, well definitely this weekend, both my Falls Day 1500s. So I will have the capacity, especially with these 12s I'm finna go to and review, and some of these 10s, I'm gonna have the capacity to put an amp on each sub if the subwoofer is like 3000 or 2500 or 1250 watts. I'll be able to do it. Most of these subwoofers that I'm gonna review, I'll be able to do it on 1 amp. But I can also, let's say, well, you're gonna put 3000 watts, two 1500s, because I have to. Well, now you're going up in power. Well, not actuality, because I'm never gonna run my amp at a 1 ohm low. I like to keep mine at 2 ohms or high. The trend is going to everybody goes toward 1 ohm. Can you hear a difference? I told you I can. All right, you're gonna lose some damping as you go down with 1 ohm power than with 2 ohms. So I'm gonna run them at 2 ohm or 4 ohm. So somewhere between 1,000 and 1,200 watts is all I'm gonna ask for my amplifier that we know do right at 2,000. So I'm still gonna stay under 200 amp draw, which is underneath my alternator rating. I got two 80 amp hour AGM batteries from Duracell in the car, inside my vehicle, which have done me very, very well. I'm very, very happy with them, with them Duracell AGMs. So that's what my setup is going to be now. I'm not saying I'm going to need 3,000 watts, because I'm not a proponent of I need 3,000 watts to get loud. No, most of the time I'm probably just going to have them hooked up to 1 amp. I'm going to have that amp there if I need it. I'm going to game match it. I'm going to have it there if I need it to run, let's say, the Resilient Sound Gold 8s. They say they can take 1,000 watts. I know they can't. They know that's not going to happen. Now, they're not going to take 1,000 watts from this Falls Gate BDCP. That ain't going to, I don't know what 1,000 watts they talking about, but they ain't going to take it from my boys here. Okay, what we got here? Let's go down for here. Next question. What's my setup for mids and highs? My mids and highs, my setup a factory. Man, I got an Alpine setup. So right now I'm running DB Drive Platinum. The DB Drive Platinum, I forgot. I paid like $329 for the set. They $329 a set. I'm a DB Drive. I can want a dealer for them, so I can get them fairly cheaper than that. But that's what I'm running now. Before that, I had the Infinity Kappas. Got them off Amazon. I'm in the process of revamp my whole system for this summer. This summer you're gonna see me in a lot of shows. So that's why I'm putting this extra amp in, so I can just go on up the power up for when I show up. Most likely for my mindset is when I show up with my 4Q dog box on a pair on these 1500, so I can hurt some hurt some feelings. Hurt some feelings. What we got right here? Fat Not Fiction. Okay, I answered that question. You going down here. So torn subs 12 to 10 researching. Oh, that's on. You keep researching. Can you do a quick explanation of how you design and calculate a port phone? Hey, it's real simple. Port off to the side. Port to the port to the side on the truck enclosure. And use between, depends on the sub. I mean, it depends on the sub. A lot of people want to get, that's my bread and butter, so I ain't gonna give you a whole lot. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I ain't gonna give you a whole lot on that truck enclosure. I just know find that port to the side, to the front, you're not gonna get no low tuning. The cross-sectional area of a port must stay the same throughout its length for desired tuning. If you a truck box has an angle, so if you turn the sub to the front, if you turn the port to the front, so it went from the cross sectional area, even though it's a parallelogram, similar to a parallelogram. You got one wall here, the wall on the bottom, one wall on the back of the top, and the wall on the top is angled like this. Okay, if that stays the same throughout, because it don't matter what shape the port takes. It could be a rectangle, it could be a square, it could be a star, it could be a triangle. I know y'all see those them Q-power boxes out there with the triangle. As long as the port area is correct, the only thing you need to do is the length. Now, the cross-sectional area of that port must stay the same. So what I've seen is a fallacy on these truck boxes that people make to look beautiful. They put the port to the front. Number one, then the port be entirely short. The box may be 16 inches deep, and the port only 12 inches deep, and they tell you it's tuned to 33, 36. How? How? Unless they're using such a small port area that now, which I know your box whistling when the bass hit. Well, I don't do that. My port stays straight. My cross-sectional area stays straight. I would straight up tell you, nah, that ain't gonna work. I mean, you don't have enough space under your seat for what the sub you're trying to run to get that desired tuning. I'm not gonna you'll never see an MBE box with a port face to the front. You will never see an MBE box with a port to the front because you cannot get that tuning. When the port turns and goes to the front, now you got one piece, the cross-sectional area is increasing according to the angle of the box. So that's a horn. But if it's a horn, then you got to have a certain length, like 6 to 8 feet to get a tuning inside the 30s. But the port only be like 28 or 28 and under in length. And they tell you it's tuned to 30. How? How is it tuned to 30? When the cross-sectional area has increased from the starting point to the end as you turn that in with you. How's it tuned there? You ask them, tell me how you calculated that. And then they're gonna talk you in circles and just they might as well just tell you the truth. Well, I just thought it looked nice by putting the port to the front. When you get the MBE box with the side firing port to the passenger side, the cross-sectional area of the port stays the same throughout the length of the port. So it's actually tuned the way it's with. If it was completely square, it's tuned to what I said it's tuned to, and I can prove it to you. You can calculate the internal volume, take the length times the width of the tallest, and then you're gonna take half of that angle take the area of a parallelogram. That's gonna tell you your port area. Then you get your length for your tuning. And then you make sure I can tune to 33, 34, 36, 40, 45. But when you turn that thing to the front and that cross-section area goes from staying the same, then it turns to now the port's facing to the front and the port's increasing. How you gonna calculate that? How? That's a horn. You can't put a horn in a seat. You can't. So I'm just giving you the fact, not fiction. I don't make pretty boxes. I don't make lights and Chevy Tahoe and Ford F-150. I ain't your man for that. I'm not your man for that. Lights and then they did leather and they bevel the edges. They got a whole lot of stuff that a lot of people, man, them boxes be. I ain't gonna tell man, no sound don't sound pretty. Sound the bound look pretty. Yeah, look pretty. Sound like shit. Yeah, so when you see EMB, and my subscribers will test you, particularly when you mess with them Qs, what it beat? It hit low, hella low, hella low. And then you in the truck, let the window down, bass already there. It's not hard to do. But yeah, that's my bread and butter. That's all I'm gonna give you on that truck enclosure. That's all I'm gonna give you on that truck enclosure. You had to be somebody like Kip to get all the way in tune. To get all that information for you. Man, where's my thing? Now what's wrong with the thing? Oh, I'm trying to, boy, you's a retard for real. Look at back, look at it. I'm rubbing on this side of the keyboard, trying to get the mouse to move. Thinking, ain't what the hell? Okay, it is. My wife fixed it. What do you think about the N-Qs? Yes, give you more control over your system. That's it. Once my system is set. I got a DSP in there, and even when I get this new Stinger High 10 radio, once I set everything one time to the music, how I want my highs, my mids to be, I don't keep messing with the N-Q. I used to have an audio control, 30 band parametric equalizer back in the day, back when I had my way back in the 90s. I just want to turn the volume up. I don't want to sit there and mess with it. Man, I just, on my truck, I play a song, turn the volume up. That's it. Everything is set exactly where it need to be. The highs singing, the lows doing what they need to do. I just turn the volume up. Once I set it one time, I'm done. Because it's set for the genre of music I listen to. I don't have to, if you got to keep changing your settings, something wrong. Like, I don't never have to mess with the bass. Just either make it more impactful or less. That's it. Just turn the volume knob. Okay, I've been running 2 American bass around, and they've been holding up pretty good. If I can sell them good price, I'm gonna get Q class L7. When you like, you ain't gotta get the Q class L7. I'm just saying it's a good sub. Remember, I told you, still ain't no perfect subwoofer, but it's a great sub, man. Period. What did you decide to go with 2 amps versus when I answered that question? Okay. Okay, man, what's a good solid 2K amplifier or 3K? I told y'all stop asking about amplifiers. I'm biased. I'm always gonna say what's a good 2K amplifier? Falls Gate. Falls Gate.
You don't even really have that.
Yeah, it's Falls Gate. I'm a Falls Gate man. But I do like the new KXA amps out by Kicker. I like what what they're bringing out. J Audio does the same power 1, 2, 3, and 4 on, particularly you get them slash amps are higher. Uh, what amplifier do I like that makes 2 or 3K? That's pretty much it. And pretty much the Kicker, the J Audio, and the Falls Gate. I'm not a fan of the new boys. I mean, I've tried the subwoofers out to see the technology, but I'm not a fan of the amplifier. I'm not, cause I know y'all look at the amp dynos and y'all tell me, oh, this is what it makes it. This man, it does rate it. It does rate it 40 hertz, and I watch Big D channel on that. But I know something also as well. This amplifier does so much power with a 40 hertz test tone. Do you know that as you go down in tone, you're not gonna get the same power? They tested it 40 hertz. The Big D, and he tested it 40 hertz. Yeah, this amplifier, I think he got a 1500 up there, did 2,000 some watts. Mine one's 2021 and one's 1983, right? Okay, that's at 40 hertz. But as you go down in frequency, you're not getting that same power. And then on dynamic, that's a whole nother story. Most companies now, some of the big boys, that's all they're looking at. What can you get on dynamic? Not peak, not what it possibly could do if a unicorn ran across the top of it. But they're giving you peak and real the dynamic numbers and the numbers that do with a 40 hertz test tone. I want y'all to try this. You can try even with a multimeter. The amplifier does 2K. Set it at 40 amps. Turn the gain to with your input signal where you read 40 AC volts at the speaker terminals. At 40 times 40 is 16. Now leave it right there. Then instead of sending a 40 hertz test tone, send a 38 hertz test tone. Watch it go from 1600. Watch it go from 40 volts AC to like 38 or maybe 39 or something. Then jump all the way down to 33 hertz and watch and see if your AC voltage at terminal, if the power goes down. As you go down the frequency, your power gonna go down. That doesn't mean that you set your amplifier at the, like my enclosure for me is set 33 hertz. So you set your amplifier to distribute all this power at 33 hertz. That's gonna cause you another problem that you're gonna have. You're gonna have clipping issues when you play something higher than that or lower than that. So that's why 40 is the staple. Set your amplifier with a 40 hertz test tone. The SMD products come with a 40 hertz test tone. Most of them come with a the software, the downloads, everybody set it with a 40. You want to set your amplifier at 40 hertz. That way your amplifier can be music. Now, if you want to compete in a show or something, for that particular day, you might set it for the amplifier to give all the power at that frequency on maybe a burp that you're doing on a particular song. But remember to always set it back at 40 hertz. And once you set it with a 40 hertz test tone, whether you use a Steve Meade product or you do it with the multimeter, it with a 40, you don't need to set it again. If you put a 2 ohm load on it, it's going to be half of the power you had at 1 ohm. And if you put a 4 ohm load on it, it's going to be, I think, 2.5 times less. So once you set it one time, you don't have to set it every, you just, whatever the amp load is, the amplifier will give out the power. Whatever the resistive load is, which is your ohm load, whatever the ohm load is, and that's the resistive load, the amplifier is going to give up the power accordingly. All right. And I'll see about, yeah, I ship to a wire. You got to have a lot of money to get to a wire. Don't it costs money to ship to a line. 2 amps just from head unit, no crossover. You can if you got a head unit that got a crossover. Make sure that you're, I mean, if you got 2 amps, it's going from a head unit to the amplifier. No crossover, no preamp, no epicenter, no nothing. You can. Your control is going to be in your head unit. Your crossover, like, there's some head units out there that got crossover slows 12, 24, got everything. I mean, I used to love, I still do, Kenwood radios. Kenwood to me has some of the best radios. So much control you can dial on your system that it just unreal. I had a Kenwood PS900 back in the day. Now I'm gonna use this Stinger High 10. I don't see how much control I'm gonna have with my system there, but like I said, once I set it one time for my highs and everything, I just turn the volume knob. I don't keep messing with the dials, man. Maybe it comes from my install days. I know how to set it one time and that's it, man. Just turn the volume up. Yeah, I got some digital design subs supposed to be coming here soon. I love digital design. There's nothing wrong with digital design product. You're not gonna hear me bash and say you can get far like people bash your audio, man. You can get far better for cheap. No, that's not true. Baby, you put some of that in the glass for me, cause you know YouTube is monitoring. Yeah, put them in a cup.
You want Concord grape juice in a cup?
You ain't gotta tell them. I just said put some in a cup for me. You ain't gotta know.
Concord grape juice in a cup.
Concord grape. That's what you want to call it. It is grape juice.
It's from a fruit.
It is from a fruit. That's for sure. I have a 2019 and I am in a Kicker L17 with my lens. I just know where I put it. I think you got a transmission hump. Really don't like messing with them boxes. I really don't. I don't know. I think you got a transmission hump on there. I don't know. Get at me. Let's see. I don't like messing with them boxes with them transmission humps. It's hard to get that tuning right. I'm all about performance on MBE. If people tell you in the comments, I tell you I ain't gonna do it. Or I won't do it. If I can't make it bang, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna build your body just to fit. Won't be me. Merry Christmas, regular guy, audio. What's up? Happy holiday. I don't know what he's saying. What third do I want a pretty big enclosure? Get at me. A lot of y'all, I know a lot of people be kicking tires and they be messaging me on my message thread. Man, a lot of them. Why would that be? I guess they think I'm gonna call them back or what? Just look here, man. I build a lot of boxes in a week. I'm gonna tell you my price, and if you want, you just get back with me. If you don't, the only message you're gonna get from me later on as I'm cleaning my message thread out every 3, 4, 5 days, I'm gonna say, what we doing here? After what we doing here, if you don't do nothing, I just delete the message thread and keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I did build that box for you. 2011 2 and closing. What do you say? I can hook you up, bro. I have a 2011 Titan with 2L7. Solo Ace. Y'all ain't my build that box for you. And trust me, it Deal 1974. You like that box, huh? Yeah, I might be able to hook the man up if he contact me. Yeah, I do, because I have that in my book for them Nissan Titans. I thought I did. Yeah, I thought I did one of them. But I built so many boxes. Man, right now I'm gonna let y'all look. When I look behind you, I got the two ground 08 box, two kicker L7 behind the third row. Durango, two L7 8s behind the Durango, underseat truck box, a Leah Martin's box, a Monte box, and then out back is a 4 Sundown U10 box, tuned 33 hertz, going to Don T. Hurton. That's what I did Friday, so I got a stain click coat that. That's a large box. And then I have a dual Sundown ZV6 15 box. Both of them boxes gonna be on the channel because they pretty big. You know, I like putting real big boy boxes up on the channel, especially after I, clear coat, make them look like something. But 4 Sundown U10 box and a 2 Sundown ZV6 12 box in the back. Can you build up? I don't know why people ask me, but that's what I do. I build boxes. The question is, can you afford my box, I guess? Or are you willing to pay for what I want for my box? I can build any kind of box if you got enough space for it. The question is, are you going to be able to pay my price? Because one thing for sure, I'm reasonable, but I ain't cheap. I'm reasonable, but I ain't cheap. And then I'm not going to hassle. I have people ask, man, you kind of risk my blood, man. I ain't haggling with you. I'm doing this. That my price is my price. Take it or leave it. But those of you who got that MBE stamp, when those of you who have become MBE owners, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Thank you, man. Yeah, here go another question. Can you build? I can build any box. Can you pay for it? That's the question, man. Are you willing to pay for it? I can build a box. Can-Am Maverick. Is that a motorcycle? Nah, I ain't building no box for that. Nah. Hey, I get a lot of y'all ask me about building these boxes for these slingshots. Let me explain something to you about a slingshot, Polaris, whatever y'all call these jokers, and motorcycles. I know that's the end thing right now, but I'm gonna explain something to you. Bass has to reverb. Bass has to reverb. If not, it's not gonna be impactful. In Atlanta, there's a big motorcycle community. Every summer, you hear them ride. You can hear them from like 2 miles. You can hear them highs, screaming loud. You don't hear no bass. You're not getting no bass on a motorcycle. You're not getting no bass on no Polaris. That little bass y'all think you got, that's all you're gonna get. Anybody pull up with a car gonna drown you out with a bullshit system with bass. You're not getting no bass on a motorcycle or no Polaris. I tell you, I don't have pixie dust. Bass has to reverb. It has to come forth, hit something, come back off. That's sound pressure. All those reverbs over and over again is the sound pressure and what your ears perceive as bass. You cannot reverb in an open air environment. Take your box out your vehicle and put it outside your vehicle, turn the bass on, you'll notice it doesn't hit as hard. Still hitting the note, but it will not hit as hard because there's no reverb. There's no surface for the bass to bounce off of and build up pressure as each wave reinforces the next wave. Each wave on side just goes out, keeps going out. So what does that mean? You cannot get bass in a motorcycle and a slingshot. I get people asking me all the time, what can you come? I can't come up with nothing. I'm sorry. It's not going. It don't interest me. I had a motorcycle. I'm not buying to put no bass on. I want to hear the engine anyway. I don't hear no music. I want to hear the pipes. I don't care nothing about the music. And that would get that going on different subject. But that's just fun to me. It seems like black people want to do that on the motorcycle. They buy a motorcycle, they want to put beat on it. Yeah, my wife doing the same thing.
Sound like this.
No bass at all. To me, it sounds horrible. I'm not a fan. I'm not a proponent of it at all. Because me and my wife said when we get our Harley, which coming up here shortly, so we can retire, We listening to the pipes, right?
That's all I want to hear.
I don't want to hear the pipes. I don't hear no music. I hear the music inside the helmet.
I don't even want to hear that.
Yeah, I want to hear them pipes. I want to hear. I don't want to hear no beat. I want to hear the pipe.
It takes away.
It takes away. I don't want to hear that. But I know that these guys, the motorcycle, then they trying to put bass on it, bass on the side of the bag, facing the tire, and all this stuff. Man, look, I had a guy ask me, man, you make this, you make a killing. What make a killing is about putting my name on it, knowing good and well that you ain't got no more bass, then you just ain't got it. Ain't no reverb. It ain't gonna prefer. I'm not here to lie to take your money. I'm here to give you that MBE experience. What bass feel like. You gonna hear, they gonna hear you before they see you, and when you pull up, they gonna feel it. Windows vibrating, pictures coming off wall, and then inside the car, you gonna feel it. Like a dude said, when that first bass hit me in my chest. That's what I'm here to give you. If I can't give you that, ain't no sense in me doing it. That's just how MBE. That little bass is gonna be synonymous with one thing. You gonna feel that. You gonna feel that. Would I build a mid-gauge fourth order? If you know the resident speakers in your vehicle, yeah. You tell me the music resident speaker in your vehicle, yeah. And if the box local, yeah. I'm not gonna ship you a fourth order. Most people I know is actually the fourth order. They don't even know the resident frequency of their vehicle is. And that's something else I want to touch on. If you don't know the resident frequency of your vehicle, how am I gonna build you a fourth order that's gonna be musical? See, that's what y'all don't understand when y'all ask these guys, man, design me a fourth order. The guy designed you a fourth order, and he didn't ask you what's the resident frequency of your vehicle, and you turn around and said, I don't know, then right at that point, he should have told you, well, I can't build you one. Because if I do not know the resident frequency of your vehicle, I cannot build you a fourth order. I can build you a fourth order for a sub, but I don't know what they're going to do inside your car because I don't know what the resident frequency is. Same thing with a sixth order. Guys ask me, I do not build fourth or sixth orders. Parallel tune sixth orders. Why you don't do that? I might eventually show y'all the design that I do with a series tune sixth order. Some people call it the ABC. The sub faces out. There is a port inside the box that's fired into a smaller chamber that is ported to the outside environment. So it's actually got two ports, but you only see one. That's a series tune sixth order. I'll build and ship that because it's just kind of giving you a widen the base out and not make the ported box be as peaky as a ported box is going to be anyway. But I'm not going to build you a fourth order or a series tune sixth order because especially when I ask you what's your resident frequency for your vehicle, hey, I don't know. You don't know. How am I going to build you a fourth order? That's a very good question. And yeah, I see how I be looking sometimes. I don't comment on Facebook because I can't really stand Facebook. I just see a bunch of people up there
telling lies.
Telling lies. Everybody want to be a buddy, and some people just want to make themselves seem important by bashing this brand or bashing this person, this, that. I don't see Facebook as being helpful at all. My challenge is to try to be helpful. Only thing Facebook doing is letting you know there is a cardio group, people that like cardio, in my opinion. But yeah, you see guys on there and they be designing these fourth orders, sixth orders, and my question is, if the dude asks you what your resident frequency of your vehicle is, how did he know what they're gonna do inside your car? You got to know what the resident frequency of your vehicle is if you want a fourth order or sixth order. That is the first thing you must know, so that he'll know how to line the ports up so your box will be musical. Yes, they do give you an added increase in SPL. Both of them do. The sixth order is going to, let me tell you something about them parallel tune sixth orders that y'all love so much. Number one, for an 8-inch, that's a very, very big box. That box I brought up earlier would be smaller than what you would need to run 1/8 in a series tune sixth order. And y'all be calling me about 12 or 15, huh? Okay. It'd be even more than what you would need. This box, let me show you this box right here, so y'all can understand. And some of you want it just because you heard the name on Facebook and that's what you think you need, and don't realize it's about these series tune six orders. Where you low tune at and where you high tune at, In a series tune 6 order, because there is no back pressure at all, because the other chamber is ported as well. Do you know that whatever you tune in on the low, immediately after, if you tune 35 and 65, they need to be an octave up. 35 and 65, or 33 and 63. At 32, your subwoofer going to unload. At 31, your subwoofer is going to unload. There is no back pressure back there. The other side is ported. So what does that mean? That if you ain't experienced on those resonant frequencies of your vehicle, you don't need that type of enclosure. Because when you hear noise from your sub, the damage has been done. It's over. There's nothing can be done. So some of you don't even just need to stick with a ported enclosure. 6 orders, 4th orders, or for most times for people that's trying to compete. Most of the time. Sometimes a fourth order does give you more XPM and a smaller pass band, because they have the same problems too. They just don't roll off as sharply as that 6 order. That 6 order, wherever you tune in on the low end, immediately after that is over with. So you must have your crossover set to make sure that if it's tuned at 33, at 32, your crossover need to be attenuating them sounds, because it's going to unload very, very quickly. Whereas in the ported box, you can go down, depending on the size of the sub, you may be able to go, if a 15 can be tuned to 33 hertz, and before it starts to unload, you start noticing it, that because of depending on the sub too, its own mechanical properties, and just the size of the cone itself, that it'll play, the bigger the subwoofer, the farther below tuning it'll play. But not in the 6 order, because there is no back pressure back there, only in the bass reflex. The bigger the subwoofer, the farther below tuning they'll play. But not in that 6 order. Right after tuning, it's over with, because there is no black pressure. The other side is ported as well. 4th order has more of a gradual roll off. No, I'm not getting a new Fargate Harley side bass. I love Fargate power, but they just can't. All they doing right there is capitalizing on money. That's all they do. They know people gonna buy and think they beating. So you ain't getting no bass on a motorcycle. Not unless you like bass. Yeah, you do bass on bikes. Not like the bass on the car. It's not. It's mid bass, not deep bass. Why? Yeah, but why not build what the customer want? Then that's not your decision to make. That's just dumb business. Yeah. You say it's not. Okay, it's must be one of my haters. Red man. Okay, why not build what the customer want? Because I know it's incorrect and I ain't gonna build it. I got people call me all the time. They want to put 215. One guy called, want to put 315s in a Cadillac CTS. Yeah, you got the space to put it in there. I ain't gonna build it. I don't care if you do one. I'm not gonna build it. Red man, you can build it. I know you ain't got enough airspace. I'm not gonna build what the customer wants just so it can be ineffective and have my name on the side of it. That's why I'm not gonna build it. All money ain't good money. See, I come from a different school of thought than you. All money, I'm from the hood. I'm from the street. All money ain't good money. My name means something. This MBE, it means something. The brand means something. I'm not gonna build none just to fit. I'm not gonna do it. So it might be a dumb business practice, but it's a smart business practice to me, because when you see that MB logo, one thing for sure you're gonna know, it sound good. It's gonna sound good. That's gonna be guaranteed. Mm-hmm. Can you see that's another one? Can do 14 seal box F-150. How? How? No. Not me. You can. I'm not gonna build it. I'm not gonna build it. There you go. Go see Chris in Atlanta for bikes. Yeah, I don't do bass on bikes. Some people do. I ain't not gonna do. I'm telling you. Remember, I'm staying in my lane. I know what I'm not gonna do. And everything that I say on this channel, man, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not a god, man. I don't know everything, but I do know what I am and not gonna do. That I do know. Some people pointed out, he said, man, I wouldn't put Armor All on the surround because it dries them out. I haven't had that problem. I'm not saying what they saying ain't true, but I ain't had that problem. Some people say use leather conditioner. Some guys say put Vaseline jelly. I don't agree with that one. But it's different. The basic premise what I was trying to make on the video is just if you know your silver is going to be exposed to the sun and you got a foam surround, you don't have the rubber. You need to keep that thing moist. You need to keep it pliable, keep its pliability. And you do that by stopping it from drying out by putting something on it to help it from drying out. That's the whole point. If you don't agree with Armor All, don't use Armor All. I ain't had no problem with it. Maybe I ain't putting enough on it to dry rot them, but I just put enough just spray. Now I just wipe just a little bit when I see the surround getting a little dry, but they're going to deteriorate anyway. A foam surround is not going to retain its shape like a rubber surround. It's just not. As you go playing with it, banging on it, blah, 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 after a while, you're going to get spider-side because that foam surround going to wear down. You can see that when you break them in. When you get the subwoofer, it's real, real stiff. You play it for a while, the foam starts getting loose. Well, I'm going to tell you something. It's deteriorating a lot faster than that rubber surround. So it was a rubber surround. Prodigy Audio coming out. All they said was got rubber surround. All the big boys pretty much went away from that foam surround. They went to some kind of form of rubber because it lasts longer and helps the subwoofer maintain the linearity over the stroke. That's just a fact. Then why the other guys ain't using it? Because it costs money to use a rubber surround over a foam surround. It's a lot more money to have a rubber surround than a foam surround. Yeah. Brand integrity is very important. It's right. Yeah, Base Pro Box 6. Kevin, Base Pro Box 6. You want to pay for the software. There ain't no free software. You're going to pay for the software. Anything like we're having ain't free, man. Tony Bolton, McMahon Alternators. Hey, what's up, man? I found out McMahon subscribing to me on my channel, man. Respect, man. Most respect to you, Tony Bolton. So you got any question, I guess Tony Bolton here from McMahon, he'll answer that. One with me, I know my alternator rating. So my alternator rating is 280. So I'm trying to make sure I'm never running more watts than my alternator can support because that's what's actually powering my system. The batteries are a bank to help with the low notes. So I stay under my alternator rating. My alternator rating is 280 amps on my Cummins diesel. I got 280 amp hour batteries. But I just stay with my, like I'm finna put, I can because it's not too far over. I could put both these amps together at 40 hertz tone, do over 3,000 watts, almost 4,000 watts. But my alternating rating is 280. And I got 280 amp batteries. Yeah, I can run a system 3,000 watts, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay under 2. At the most, 2250. So I might set these at 11 or 1200. At the most, 2400 watts. But I'm going to set them, and I'm going to do it at a 2 ohm load so that my amplifier have more control and dampening. It won't be so much stress my electrical system. So whatever your alternator rating is, try to stay under that in the power you have supply. Now, so that's why some of y'all got cars that have 145, 150 amp rating. Then y'all want to run 3,000, 4,000 watt amps. I know, and Tony Bolton is telling the rest of the guys know, you're not getting that power out that amp if your alternator is 135, 130, 145 amps. You're not getting that power. Your batteries give you a reserve for a period of time, but your alternator can't charge your batteries back up. So you can support that power. So eventually, after about 3-4 months, now your batteries are having problems. Because your battery's not topped back off. Some of y'all don't buy AGM chargers and put that battery on charge at least once a week. Then put them 2-3 batteries on a trigger charge at least once a week. Y'all buy the batteries and beep for months at a time. Then your lights go to dim. You say it's the battery's fault. No, you have to maintain AGM battery. Your alternator can't, you got 135, 140 amp alternator, and you got two D3400s. Your alternator can't charge that excess power D3400 back up, especially if you riding a 50-minute commute both ways and you beating the entire time at 160, 100, 138, 137 to 139 dB. You be beating constant day in, day out. You never put those batteries on charge. Your alternator is not topping them batteries back off. Not no 135, 140 amp alternator is not. You're not sitting there with you're not driving far enough with your battery, with your system off long enough for the alternator to top them batteries back off. So you need to put them back on charge. A good question with this electrical, and I'm just getting y'all general guidelines. Like I said, I'm not a guide. Call the guys at McMahon, JS alternators, Irregardie alternators, and ask them if they got alternator for your system. Ask the guys who mess with electricity for a living. You can ask me about boxes, give you the knowledge that I have. But ask the people who mess with electricity for a living. Hey man, is this what I need? Is this what I need? Remember, whatever your amp rating is, whatever your alternator amplifier rating is, divided by 10. You got 3,000 watt amplifier, you need 300 amps. You need some kind of way you pull 300 amps of current if your amplifier does that power. You must support that. You cannot have 165 alternator up front and support 300 watts, 3,000 watts, and a 300 amp draw. Oh, because I got all these batteries. How you charging them batteries back up? Are you charging them once a week to top them back off? If not, the battery's going to suffer. And if you ain't paying attention, when the battery suffer, then the amp going to suffer. Guy came to my house the other day, was trying to get a box. He might be watching. A guy local to me named Clay built his box. He thought the box was something wrong with the box. We actually metered it, and it metered at 31 hertz. I said, man, your box tuned to 33, like he said. He said, okay. But he said, man, look, but his voltage, even though he did 140, he did 144 or 146 dB at 31 hertz with these two 12s on some 7K amp. But his voltage dropped all the way down to 11.6. And so I asked him, he had this big, man, what he had? He had some big battery. AGM battery. That's when the last time you put the battery on the charger. He said, man, I ain't put it on the charger since I bought it. Huh? That's why your voltage dropping all the way 11.6. How long you had this system in your car? About I don't know, about a year or so. I said, you ain't never charged your AGM? No, I don't know what's that. Where's that? Where you get that from? That's why your voltage dropping. You ain't never charged the AGM. So basically, so whenever your base hit, you got a AGM battery that's almost fully depleted, and your alternator's powering your system, and that's why your voltage drop. I said, man, you probably got maybe another 2-3 dB in there if you can just keep your voltage up. It was dropping like 11.6. 11.6. He's playing on music, but he never charged his AGM battery up. So that lets me you ain't getting your full power. You ain't getting your full power. And after a period of time of charging AGM batteries, they actually go. My excess power that I told you I had, it's gone. It's gone. That's why I got 2 dual cells in there now. The excess power that failed when I was at Batteries Plus, it's gone. It's done. It extended its life. I've had the battery about 6 years, so I'm not mad at it. But it's done. It's done. I never had a problem with built-in in-dash EQs. I don't. Most of the time, people saying they have problems with this stuff. To me, it'd be user error. These radios with these EQs, I haven't. Kenwood is what I use, so I haven't seen what you say you're seeing. Look at Tony said, if your application is not on our website, we 99.9% do not make it or recommend it for that application. I'm about to talk to that dude who told it, man. He's funny dude. He's a funny dude, but he just tell you the truth though. And that's what I like people. I found out McMahon was subscribing to my channel. I'll ask Goods on the live and on the videos from time to time. He might be taking the dump, letting the wife shop. And let me go to the MBE channel and see if I can answer an electrical question. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Same thing like when I see Jay Home in here. Some of y'all tell y'all not only Jay Home coming in and comment on his videos and other questions about different things, but sometimes y'all get Kip to ask you a question. Kip from Kicker on Mass Laugh. You get him to ask a question, particularly about Kicker subs. He might be taking a dump or the wife shopping for shoes. And let me go to the MB channel and see what they talking about Kicker. Cause one thing about Kicker, they'll say you talking good or talking bad don't make no difference as long as you talking. So Kip might go there and answer your question. That's what my channel is about. Bringing the big head, big wigs, and dealing with facts and getting all this hatred and brand bashing away from cardio and getting back to the love of cardio. Everybody just do their thing, man. People gonna run where they gonna run anyway, man. Just do your thing, man. They're good. They look finding dudes that do you believe that other brand alternators are telling the truth about output? I've known from the people that I know personally, like JT, the dude with the 4 kicking 12s with the 3K. He got 2 of these 1500s as well, doing 153 on music. JT, come on, bring that boy back around here, man, so we can go on meet it so they can, some of them get their feelings hurt when they see what them kickers doing on 3,000 watt. 153s on music. Easy. 3K. 3K. Oh yeah, this coming year, that's why I'm redoing the whole system over Ricky. Who's that, Ricky? Pace. That's why I'm doing the whole system over. So by this summer, I'll be at some shows here in Atlanta, might drive out of Florida. Kiki got something coming up in July. I told my wife we might make our way out there. Because when I show up, most likely, I don't know, most likely I'm going to show up with them Q dogs. Most likely I'm going to show up with them Q dogs. I need 2 more. Death Bounce 8s. I haven't got the Death Bounce 8s, so I hear they got a good sensitivity. I ain't got them yet. As far as, am I eager to get them? I know Death Bounce is a new thing out right now. Just like at one time Sundown was a new thing out. Now everybody runs from Sundown to Death Bounce. I don't just run like that. It got to pique my interest. It got to be something I've seen on the parameter that say, oh, let me look at this sub. In actuality, I don't see nothing new on it. I'm going to eventually get the review, but I don't see nothing on it just going, oh, let me go get, they doing something different. Now, I told you a lot of these company manufacturers, man, they hit the lottery, put their name on it, and they get it. They going to get it. Maybe they'll send me one, maybe they won't. Most time these subwoofers, I buy myself. Yeah, I buy them myself. I really don't want them to send me no subwoofer. Be honest with you. Small guys, yeah, but these guys, really small guys, like I got a guy I'm finna, I don't know, can y'all see that right there? Can y'all see that joker right there? Yeah. I got a video up for that already. Yeah, there you see a little guy right there? Yeah. Mr. Music Man 8. Video coming up soon. Y'all see that. This weekend at Toro Force 8 and the Toro Force amp pile, I'm gonna put it inside that box, put that video up. And then probably do a giveaway on that. Well, definitely I'm gonna do a giveaway on that. Bring outside. I hate that. Red Dog bring outside. I hate that when dudes be riding around them box Chevy got speakers on the outside. I don't like that, man. I come to the cardio scene, man. Number one, it's gotta be clean sounding. Your highs gotta be balanced with your lows. Your lows must be present, of course. But you must keep the functionality of the vehicle. Which means if it seats 4, it's gotta continue to seat 4. If it seats 8, it must continue to seat 8. That's what I'm talking about, street beaters. Also, I'm not into putting PA speakers on the outside of the car. People do it. That's what they like. It's fine. It's not my car. If that's what they want to do with their car, cool. If they like it, cool. Everything somebody do, I ain't got to like. I don't like it. I'm not going to do it in my truck. I'm not riding around with a speaker in my bumper so everybody around. I'm not doing that. That's just too much for me. That's just too much to me. I ain't gonna tell you, I think it's ghetto as hell. I think it's dumb as fuck. I mean, I'm not gonna do it. But that, like I say, people ain't got it. It ain't matter what I like, it's what you like. Mm. Whatever the hey John K. Whatever the width of the port, whatever the width of the port is, you must be that distance away from the wall. That's your answer, John K. Uh, uh, do you have a box? What do you say there? Do you have a box for 20 feet? All my boxes are custom, Big Mike. Which means you call your. I don't have no box laying around. Every box you see when I turn the camera around on any MB live enclosure, someone has commissioned me to build that box. I do not build boxes. In a custom box means it's for your vehicle and for that sub. If I had the box laying around, it ain't a custom box. I built it for somebody else, and then once you put your subs in, it's gonna tell you gonna sound good. Huh? How? You built that for that sub box. Custom box. It's built for your subs and your vehicle. With that being said, y'all, I do not have no boxes lying around. I don't. I build upon order. If not, it's just a blank piece of wood. Oh yeah, I can't wait for the L7X2. Please watch that. All y'all, please watch that kicker video with the L7 and comment on there. Cause Kip reading that, man. Kip and Steve read that, man. If y'all want a solo, I want one bad. I know it's not on the table right now. It's a 10, 12, and 15 going to be released sometime next year. Probably about the third quarter, sometime the second quarter, hopefully no later than the third quarter next year. It's just taking that much time with all this stuff that's going on that I'm not going to get into, but it's some political stuff that got a lot of going on with it. But there is no Kicker L7 X8 as of today, what it stands today. Now, if they draw one up, do they see enough interest in the market for it? Because I have, and I really believe I have, showed y'all what these Kicker Q classes can do, and they selling out. I have guys telling me, man, you can't find them nowhere. Nowhere. If I ain't building a box for them, people buying them, had other people build a box for them, trying them out. Find these eights up. And even trying the larger subs. You know, I got to do the L710 here shortly. Let me show y'all this box I did for the for the upcoming video on the Comp Q. I'm told by some technicians, some people that I talked to at Kicker, and Kip didn't say this, Kip didn't tell me this, that I'm gonna be surprised at the sound quality. Even the sound quality on the Q class, but they said, man, that sub is it's a beast. It's a beast. It's a beast. So let's say that box before I close out. Alright. G body style, yeah, Camino. I don't think so. You gotta give me the dimensions on that. Oh man, it's live. Single 12 B2 and 3Q or 2Q class 8s and 3Q. So 86 cone area against a single B2 inch and 3Q. Which would sound better or louder? You have to meet it and see because it all depends on the vehicle. I can't really tell you that. I know that the B2 Audio 12 has more cone area by like 6 inches. Yeah, when the actual cone area over the cone area of the Q class, which is 86 total. So, remember I tell you, cone area is king. Oh, you know about Mr. Music Man? Yeah, he a newcomer, Oscar Maldonado. Yeah, I'm gonna give him. He a new guy. He actually built them subs by hand, so and he gives you TS parameters. So he got a DAP machine and tell you exactly what it do. I respect that. He a small guy now. He's a small guy. So for those of you like to not run the mainstream subs or even the, resilient sounds that really want something new in the market, Mr. Music Man, I'm finna have his video released. I might release that one tomorrow. Uh, no, I gotta release the Toro. Yeah, the Toro. The Toro's next. The Toro, I gotta do that video because they sent me that a while ago. I gotta go and get that going. Then we'll do Mr. Music Man. That only run with the top off. What type of box you making for a Jeep Wrangler that only run? Just go and get you a sealed box because the porta box ain't gonna you no good because it's gonna reverb. You need reverb and you don't have that. You want to ride the top off. Go and get you a sealed box paste because you got the top off. So the port is not gonna be able to be used effectively. What subs would you ban? Any I don't recommend subs. Still got it. I don't recommend subs, man. Subs don't do the work, man. It's the Boston Electrical. If you're watching my channel, it's the Boston Electrical. You find the subs you can work fit up on there. Most likely it's gonna be eights. Most likely it's gonna be eights, but I don't recommend subs. You gotta do that for yourself. Toro Force 8 DB video. I don't have my Toro Force 8 anymore to do a DB video on them. If you got them, man, they very good subs. So they very good subs. Don't worry about what they meter. Worry about what they meter. Do you like how they sound? What do I think about it? Like I said, I don't know. There's nothing on the parameters that intrigue me to want to go run and get it other than, that's out there. There's nothing that makes me, and I know y'all screaming deer bounce. There ain't nothing with no parameters out there screaming wanting to get it. And now I'm gonna tell you something else too, and this is just something totally different. Having the same problem how I feel about China, but hey, even my kickers get married over in China. Deer bounce, they supposed to be from Russia. I'm American. I'm just gonna let that sit right there. So, you love me cute class. You got him L17. I appreciate y'all showing up, Big Z. Yeah. Loco tag bagger. Extended cab. What you recommend? A porter or seal box? I'm always gonna recommend a porter box. I don't like seal sound. But in some applications, that's what you gotta use to seal sound. Yeah, if your kicker comp Q locked up, that means you was clipping. Ain't a whole lot to that. The power was dirty. Yeah. What is more deeper and musical? Toro 8s or the CT Sound Mezio 8s? I never ran the CT Sound Mezio 8s. I ran the old pair 5-6 years ago. I never ran a new pair. I do know that the new kind, and they revamped the Mezios. I showed y'all in the unboxing. It's got a bigger top plate, some other features they changed. I found the old Mezios didn't play the lows very well, the old ones. But the new ones might be totally different. Comparing the two, I don't know. I haven't ran two Mezios. I like what they did the top plate, but when I actually got the Mezio and the Resilience Golds side by side, I decided to buy extra Resilient Gold and run them two, and I'm very happy with it. Now comparing the Mezio against the Toro, I do know the Toro is very musical. It's very musical sub. I like it. I like it. I really like the Toro Force 8. I like that sensitivity. It was the very first efficient 8 I had on the channel. And it has an 84 dB as well. All right. They ain't gonna bring back them gold letter kickers. You dreaming. You dreaming. You be able to be shit. Derek, I ship boxes Derek to Canada. I build boxes to Canada in the United States, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Canada, Send the box to Mexico. Yeah, I build shit boxes anywhere, man. Stop asking questions. Do I build shit boxes? I think that's when y'all be asking me stuff like that. I think y'all be kicking tires. I just tell y'all building shit. What states I'm gonna go? Well, I'm gonna leave out. Why would I leave out of state? I ship everywhere. Oh no, they ain't got lady. Let me see. You in Canada, yeah. RP, I got you on that. How many different boxes have you been? A bunch of, man. My number one seller though is that under seat box. That's the one that I built for that for the Q Class 8. It's hard to beat them, man. That's for that space under the seat. You need to get the biggest cone area you can, and that has the biggest cone area that you can get. That under that 8. So it's woo. You pay with shipping, so he'll ship to Russia. Mine ain't shipping nothing to Russia. Let me see. All right. Well, look here. Let me show y'all this battery that I'm going to put. Or let me show y'all the Comp Q box that's coming up here shortly. Let me see if I can set this. Cause I got to put this together. Oh. Don't tear nothing up, boy. All right. Yeah, I shipped to Cuba. If they let it come in now, you know how that dude over there in Cuba is. He'll prick too. Woo! Some heft to this joker. I know y'all want. Boy, look here. Yeah. Even my MDF boxes. Yeah, look at that. Oh, he built an MDF box? Yep. Why? Because you can't ship it. Don't ship well, but it's a dead zone. It don't ship well. That's why everybody builds ship with birch or pine or maple, because MDF does not ship well. But this is my box I'm gonna use. Ooh. Boy, MDF is heavy too. This is a single 10 box. This is 2.25 tuned to 33 hertz. And we put in the Comp Q in here. In fact, I might let y'all see me mount that boy. Just to see what it sounds like. And the reason why I made out MDF is, for one, it's gonna be my 10 box, because I was told, I've heard one in person, but it wasn't in one of my boxes. I thought the box could have been a little bit better. And so I decided to make it out of MDF because it's a dead. I really want to see just how good this thing can sound. So even though there's just a minute difference between wood and MDF, but I don't build MDF boxes to ship because the MDF is very, very heavy and it don't ship well. UPS will damage this box before it got there, be cracked all kind of ways. But I wanted to see, since this is the best substance to build a box out of, MDF, but it just don't ship well. I don't build boxes out of MDF and ship. I build boxes out of wood and ship. I wanted to see what, in the perfect enclosure, residence free, what it would sound like. But ultimately, now this is a 3.5 inch wide port on a 2.25 Q box for a single 10. This is Kicker's SQ recommendations for this 10. So I want to see exactly what it will do. So that's why I built this MDF box. Oh boy. I don't know. I ain't gonna paint or nothing. This is gonna be my test box. Let's see if we get it in there. Hopefully. Yes, there it is. There it is. Ooh. Perfect fit. Perfect fit. Perfect fit. Let me see. Let y'all see it. Without 10. Oh, don't fall for it. Oh, it's gonna fall already. It's already falling out. Yeah, but see, that's how it look. Yeah. Ooh, boy. Y'all gonna see this. We're gonna do a couple of videos of this thing playing on music just to see what all it does, man. Y'all know me. I got to see what I'll do for myself. Let me get over here for that joke to fall out. Yeah, yeah. Come on out of here, boy. Yeah. I want to hear what it sounds like myself. I really do. So anyway, that's enough. Finna end this video. See y'all next week. Got a lot of people now I want to do this show at the same time I do my show. But y'all know how that go, man. That's not surprising. That's not surprising. I might be a lot of people respect my channel. A lot of people respect my channel. But I don't think I'm the most loved guy in cardio right now because for one, I'm not a bandwagon. I'm not gonna help certain people just make the money they want to make. A lot of people hate for a variety of reasons. I really don't care. But I'm gonna continue to do what I do. Let God continue to back my boxes and stay in my lane. And that's what I'm gonna do. Stay in my lane. I'm gone. Peace. Let me see. Oh, no problem, man. No problem, Tony. Backman alternator. As I go up my channel, start getting my things going, I'm definitely want to put a spot with your permission, Tony, where I say, Backman alternators and this, that, and other things brands that I feel keep the truth, man. You just deal with fact, not fiction. Don't just be trying to sell people stuff. I like to speak on what I know, and what I don't know, I don't speak on. Peace. Y'all be easy. I'm gonna be out. Merry Christmas to everybody, man.